Hello and welcome to NORAD4U.com. Hello, Amir Borenstein from NORAD4U.com, and this video is going to be a video that will summarize what happened in the last few months, the first half of 2025 regarding radiation and EMF in general. So the first thing that happened is that a few days ago the school year of 2025 ended here in Israel, and it has a special effect on us, on our family, because my oldest kid has become EHS in this year. She started developing headaches while in the classroom because of the use of smartphones and wireless devices inside the classroom. We managed to create cooperation to base cooperation with the principal of the school and the staff to allow her to go home when she's not feeling well, to address the issue of cell phones around the classroom. We're not during a class that is actually using the cell phone, so kids would have to hand over their cell phones in the beginning of the day. Not every day it's happening. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but it's better than nothing. And since this was partially successful, we decided to continue visiting the school, but only for the important classes, and letting my daughter come back home whenever she feels bad. We managed to do the full year, and their grades are very good, and it seems to be working partially. In days that she's going to school, she's coming back with a headache, but not so severe as she used to. And in days that she's staying home, there's no headaches, there's no symptoms. Which brings the emphasis that it's probably the school environment and the smartphones inside the classroom, which is responsible for her condition and causing her headaches. So we saw that in a couple of holidays, she didn't feel anything, she was okay, and when she's going back to school, the headaches returns. So that's aside. Something in parallel that happened is that the local municipality here, the education board of the local municipality, came to the conclusion that smartphones are a bad habit for kids, and because of a couple of things that happen here regarding kids and youngsters, and they're gonna probably. There's talks about it still, but it seems to be that they're going to band all together, coming to school with a smartphone. So this is our hope that it will actually happen, and this will make going to school much easier for my older daughter and also for my younger daughter, and will reduce the chances that my younger daughter will become also EHS. That's about that. So the school year is over, and we're quite happy with the results. It could have been better, but we are facing the unpassable condition of a EHS kid inside radiation-rich environment, such as a school classroom, which is full of smartphones, and also they are doing classes with actually using the smartphones. So that's that. In addition, the first half of this year, there's been steps that's been taken by the government to continue and improve the receptions of 4G and 5G around the country, meaning installing more and more antennas. And the initiative right now is to use government buildings in order to install on them cell phone towers. This will create a condition in which every government building is a possible source of RF radiation and health effects. And the rest of the year is going to be more of emphasis on that, and they're going to install more and more antenna for 4G, because 4G needs more antenna, and also for 5G, but mostly for 4G as the backbone. And in the end of the year, in the 1st of January in 2026, they're supposed to close the second generation and third generation networks, cellular networks here, so there will be no reception for 2G and 3G, and everything should move to 4G. I don't know how this is going to happen actually. There's a lot of Orthodox Jews here in Israel that are using second generation and third generation, and they're going to be left out. I don't think they're going to be left out. They have too much political power. So I don't know how that's going to happen, but maybe it would. I don't know. I do know that 4G needs much more antenna, many more antennas than 3G and 2G, and those antennas going to appear every few blocks. Government buildings are going to be the base for those antennas, probably. So that's about that. We just came out of a clash with Iran. This was 12 days of bombing and missiles, ballistic missiles coming in. During those periods, Israelis people went into shelters, bomb shelters and safe rooms. Safe rooms and bomb shelters are both made of reinforced concrete, in which there's not a lot of cell phone reception. And if you bring a cell phone into that, the cell phone will try to transmit even stronger signal to get out of the room, and communication is going to be bad, and reflection is going to be higher, and radiation is going to be higher. So that's not recommended. In order to be able to be in a shelter or in a safe room and still be in communication with the world, I recommend using landline phone to build a computer network and to take one cable inside the room, so you will be able to use computer or connect your cell phone via a network adapter to the cable, and also to use TV and radio, like old-fashioned TV and radios, with an antenna that is going to be installed on the outside of the room. This will make sure that you're still in contact. So we've gone through that. I've written a post about it, how to do it, and 12 days with the ballistic missile coming in. And another side of that is that there were lots of RF emissions or transmissions on the outside. It's electric warfare and jamming. So radiation level went up during those attacks. In some of the countries, depending on where you are and how close you are to military operations. So that's about the war. Another thing that is going on right now, and I think it's pretty much in the middle of it. It's the deployment of electric meters, smart meters, which are based here in Israel mostly on cellular modems. I had those installed on the end of my yard, about 8 meters away from where I'm sitting, and I felt it. I didn't install it for myself, but my neighbors used smart meters. They installed 2 meters for my neighbors, and I could feel them, and they made me sicker and more sensitive. So I used protection. This is a big problem, big issue for EHS people in Israel, and I've written a post about how I did my own protection here, how I picked it up. I was able to measure the radiation next to the meter and also where I'm sitting. And also a post about how you can protect your house or your environment from the radiation coming of smart meters. Now I know that in the US and Canada, the technology is a little bit different. It's wireless meters, smart mesh wireless meters, not cellular. Here in Israel, it's a cellular modem. It radiates for 11 seconds every 15 minutes. And once in a while, it has like a longer burst of 90 or 80 seconds, once every couple of hours. And once in a while, there's a communication sync burst, short 1 second burst to the antenna. That's about it, but it was enough to make me more sensitive and to make me feel bad after a few days, even though I'm sitting like 8 meters away from it. So smart meters are being installed here in Israel in electric smart meters, modem-based, cellular modem-based, all around the country, about halfway to this process. It's supposed to end in 2029, something like that. In addition to that, there's water meters by Arad Technologies, and they have changed in the last few years the meters from a model that radiates every half a minute to a meter that radiates once in a while. I couldn't even catch it. I don't know how close the signals are or how long the transmission is. I just can't pick it up. It's too far away from the transmissions are too far away from each other, so I couldn't pick it up. I did manage to find one meter in my neighborhood that was transmitting all the time, so I know that my meters can pick it up, but I just need to sit next to it for 24 hours or to put my meter with the logger, and that I didn't do. So they are changing from a meter that is more radiating to a meter that is less radiating. I don't think they are doing that because of health risk or health concerns. I think they are doing that because they understand they don't need to transmit all the time and they want to save energy. Another thing that is going on is the deployment of wireless street lights. This is done all over the country, depending on where you are. The local municipality decide to do it or not. Here they didn't do it yet, and I hope they won't. I don't think it's cost effective. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a small device that radiates like it has the power of 0.1 watt RMS, but like a modem or something like that. But sorry, like a router, not a modem. But it still radiates and it still makes the environment a little bit richer with RF, and it should be avoided. I don't think it's necessary. But it's going on all over the country, and we'll see more and more light posts with wireless communication. That's about all. I think that's about all, and I just want to say that regarding to make a call for the industry, okay, for you engineers working for the industry. I used to be an engineer. I used to work in IT companies. I know that the easiest thing is to make the devices radiate all the time and as strong as possible. This is the easiest thing to do as an engineer, but the smartest thing to do and the best thing to do is to do the opposite, to make sure that the communication is working and while transmitting as less as possible and as low as possible with energy. This is smart because there's less burnout of the device, and there will be less misfunction, and it will live for longer. And the most important thing, I think it will reduce the use of power and will be more energy efficient. So I urge you to make this call and to make the transmission lower and less prominent, shorter and more rare. Hopefully someone will listen. Another thing that I'm urging is to put on home devices like routers and other wireless devices to make the option, to give the customer the option to turn off all transmissions. So EHS people will be able to buy those devices and use them wirely. So that's just about all, a short summary of 2025, and that's from the public point of view. From the business point of view, in May 2000 and in March 2025, we went to production with our new EMF meter, the EMV-RD100. It is a very easy to use numeric EMF meter, measures RF, low frequency magnetic and low frequency electric, has a very detailed display with lots of info that is easy to read and understood, and also 4 LED lights for those of you who are just starting their way on this issue. It is made especially for people that acknowledge the possible health risk of EMF, and for those who already got hurt. I was part of the development. I wrote the requirements. I wrote the user guide, and I did most of the QA. And I must say that I love this meter. I have it around here, and I use it every day. So that's my recommendation for you. If you don't have a meter so far, or if you have another meter which is you don't understand it, get the EMV-RD100. It's a very good meter, and I recommend it dearly. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.
Minimize the use of smartphones and wireless devices before the use will minimize you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.